Rahmetleri hayrola. Âl-i esbâ-ı tahiret evladı Resul Eshab-ı Güzin Efendilerimizin ve sair Enbiya-i Zem ve Resul Fiyan Hazırat-ı Ervâh-ı Şeriflerine Pirimiz Bilal-i Habeş radıyallahu anh Efendimizin ve alel husus bu caminin bayisi ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş imam müezzin kayınlarının ve kahve ehli imanın ervahı için Said-i Seyyid Şabdülkerim el-Kıbrıs Rabbani Hazretleri için Allah rızası için El Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâketehu yusallûne alen-nebî. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammedin ve ala seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmaîn. Nahmedullah Teala ve nestağfiruhu ve eşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerîke leh. Eşhedü enne seyyidina Muhammeden abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluhu. Sallallahu aleyhi ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ve sellem. Hulefâ raşidin azîm. Min ba'di ve zenneti ala tahkîk. Ve zenneti ala ferz ala tahkîk. Ömer el-Mu'minin Hazreti Ebu Bekir ve Osman ve Ali ve la bakiye sahabet tabi'in ridvanullah teala aleyhim ecmaîn. Ya eyyuhel mu'minul hazirun ittaqullaha teala ve tu'innallaha ma'allezîne tekvellezîne hum muhsinun. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala eşrafil enbiya'i mursalin seyyidina Mevlana Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmaîn. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. All praises are due to Allah who has created everything from nothing. All praises are due to Allah who created our father Adam alayhi salam from water and clay. All praises are due to Allah who has honored the children of Adam. All praises are due to Allah who sent the most honored one in the divine presence, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salam, as the last messenger. And may all peace and blessings be upon the Sultan of the Prophets, the Imam of the Messengers, the Master of the first and the last, the rider of the Burak, the grandfather of Hassan and Hussein, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, and upon his noble family and blessed companions, especially upon the four Khulafa Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar al-Faruq, Hazrat Osman al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, welcome to you and to me on this holy day of Jummah. Welcome to you on the day that is more holy than the two Eids combined. O believer, understand how special and honored this day is. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, verily in paradise there is a market the people will come to every Jummah. The north wind will blow and scatter perfume on their faces and clothes and will add to their beauty and loveliness. They will return to their families having been increased in beauty and loveliness. Their families will say, by Allah, you have increased in beauty and loveliness after leaving us. They will say, by Allah,
you have increased in beauty and loveliness after we have returned. So if we keep this Jummah with a proper respect, we're going to please our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of beauty and loveliness. And today is the last Jummah of the month of Zulhijjah. It's not only that, today is the last Jummah of this Islamic year, the year of 1436. And inshallah Rahman, in a few days we are going to enter into the month of Muharram and welcome the new year of 1437. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Holy Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, verily the number of months with Allah is 12 months in a year. So it was ordained by Allah on the day when He created the heavens and the earth. Out of them, 4 are sacred. That is the right religion. So wrong not yourselves therein. O believers, we must be aware of this real calendar. We must be aware of the days that we are passing through, because each day, each month, when we are looking at it through the Islamic calendar, it has a significance. But today's Muslims are in heedlessness, caring only about the fake Western calendar. They don't know the names of the Islamic months. They don't know that this is the last Jummah of 1436. They do not know that in less than 2 weeks we're going to be entering to the holy day of Ashura. But when the time comes for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for the Western New Year, they are the first to jump up and down and to go crazy. There is a sickness of the 21st century Muslims that the Holy Prophet ﷺ warned us about, saying, you will indeed follow the ways of those before you, handspan by handspan, and an arm's length after another. Even if they enter into a lizard's hole, you will follow them. And the Sahabis asked, do you mean the Jews and the Christians? And the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, who else? Our Shaykh, Sahib al-Saif, Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Kabrisi Rabbani, he is keeping the real teachings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ passed through the golden chain. And he's teaching us how to prepare for and to celebrate the Islamic New Year. He is saying, in some more days we're entering the holy month of Muharram, the new year of the Muslims, not the new year of the pagans that Muslims were worshipping. The new year of the Muslims, Muharram is coming. We are entering in it. Prepare yourselves for that. As everyone is running to copy, saying, what is your New Year's resolution? What are you going to do? What is the intention you made that you are going to change this year? Yes, I'm going to become more donkey. That's what they do. They are running at midnight in the streets. If you're running at midnight in the streets, then you're becoming the nominee to become another donkey for that whole year. No honor. The honor is not in the streets. To drink and to lay down in the corners of the streets and not even knowing where your house is, that's not an honor. New Year is coming, yes. Make to your own self saying, Ya Rabbi, I'm making intention to become a better servant to you this year. I'm a weak servant. Help me. Say, help me sincerely, and look how fast help is going to reach to you. It's not far. It's very near. So this is how we have to be treating these days. We have to be sitting. We have to be reflecting. We have to be meditating. We have to be taking accounting of ourselves and how we passed the last year. And if we are spending our time in the Dergah, then we have big landmarks in the year that we can use to check ourselves. We can look back at this year of 1436 and say, where was I for the 1st of Muharram last year? How was I for Ashura? How was I for Mawlid? How was I for Ragaib? How was I for Miraj? How was I for the Urs of my Shaykh? How was I for Barat? How was I for Ramazan? How was I for Qadr? How was I for Eid? How was I for Qurban? If we are keeping our heart attached to the Dergah, if we are connected to the Dergah, then we are participating in all of these holy days and nights. And we can sit down and we can remember and we can check ourselves saying, how did I pass this year? This kind of association, this kind of Dergah, this kind of Jamaat, it is so rare in these days. And we should be thanking our Lord for letting us to be part of it. And we should be running to make ourselves better members of this Jamaat. So the believer, he is aware of the days that he is passing through. He does not pass through time heedlessly, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Surah Al-Asr, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. By the time, verily man is in loss, except for those who have believed and done righteous deeds and advised each other to truth and advised each other to patience. And in these days that we're passing through, a huge event happened in the history of Islam that we should remember. What is that event? O believers, in these days, the Faruq al-Azam, one of the greatest Sahaba Kiram, Hazrat Umar radiallahu an, he was martyred while he was leading the Fajr namaz. Who was Hazrat Umar? Hazrat Umar was the answer to the prayer of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The Holy Prophet ﷺ made a dua for Hazrat Umar to become a Muslim. And the next day, Hazrat Umar walked out from his house and he made the decision to go and kill Rasulullah ﷺ. But some events happened and his heart melted and he changed. And he walked into Darul Arqam, the Dergah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And he threw down his sword and he declared, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. And when Hazrat Umar accepted Islam, the Holy Prophet ﷺ and all the Muslims, they were so happy and they were celebrating. And at that moment, Jibreel ﷺ came down from the heavens and he said, Ya Muhammad ﷺ, are you and your companions happy that Umar became Muslim? And the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, yes, we are very happy, Ya Jibreel. And Jibreel said, then you must know that all the inhabitants of all the paradises, they are also celebrating that Umar became a Muslim. And after that, Hazrat Umar went straight to the home of Abu Jahl and told him, I am a Muslim now. And he hit Abu Jahl with the hilt of his sword. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Allah made Islam mighty through Umar. And Hazrat Umar became a shield for the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Whatever Holy Prophet ﷺ went through, wherever he went, Hazrat Umar was with him. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, I am from Umar, and Umar is from me. The truth after me is with Umar, wherever he is. One time, Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam came to Rasulullah alayhi salam, and the Holy Prophet said, Ya Jibreel, tell me about the virtues of Umar. And Jibreel alayhi salam replied, saying, Ya Muhammad, salatu wasalam, if I were to narrate the virtues of Umar from the time that Nuh remained with his people, 950 years, I would not finish talking about the virtues of Umar. And as we all know, our Shaykh, Sahib al-Saif, Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Kabrisi, he has a special love for Hazrat Umar, radiallahu an. And he sat in the maqam of Hazrat Umar. He sat in the maqam of justice, in the maqam of sacrifice, in the maqam of full and absolute devotion to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and to his Shaykh. Whoever looked at the face of Sahib al-Saif, he could see Hazrat Umar there. Just like Hazrat Umar used to secretly go around Medina at night to check on the people and to help them, Our Shaykh was helping people, giving everything from himself. So to walk in the way of Sahib al-Sayf, it is to walk in the Faruqi way. And in days like this, Hazrat Umar, he was martyred. Hazrat Umar, he had conquered Persia. And because of this, those Persian Majusis, they were making a conspiracy against him. And this one Majusi, Abu Lulu, he came to the masjid during Fajr time. And after Hazrat Umar said the takbir, he began reciting this. Abu Lulu took a two-bladed sword that he had dipped in poison, and he stabbed Hazrat Umar in the back. And there was some time where Hazrat Umar was going in and out of consciousness. And to get his attention, the people would say, Ya Amirul Mu'minin, Salah, Salah. And Hazrat Umar would open his eyes immediately and ask, have the people prayed? When they told him yes, he would say, there is no Islam for the person who leaves the Salah. And Hazrat Umar's son was keeping his father's head in his lap. And Hazrat Umar told him, O my son, put my face on the floor. And his son obeyed his father, but out of respect he kept one finger between his father's head and the floor. And Hazrat Umar said, listen to me, put my face on the floor. And he began to rub his own face in the dirt. And he said, O Umar, you are destroyed if your Lord does not forgive you. O believers, Hazrat Umar was one of those promised paradise. He was told by the Holy Prophet ﷺ that they will be together in the next life. But he was still not comfortable because of his taqwa to his Lord. And he said to Ibn Abbas, go to Medina and ask the people of Medina, is there any person Umar has oppressed today? If there is, let him take his revenge today. Hazrat Ibn Abbas went, and when he came back, he said, Ya Amirul Mu'minin, I've been to all the people of Medina and I asked them, is there any person that Umar has oppressed? Let him take revenge today. I swear by Allah, I have not passed by one group, but they were crying as if they lost their child. And throughout this, Hazrat Umar radiallahu anh was saying, if I leave this world knowing that there is no sin against me, I will be happy. And Hazrat Ibn Abbas said, Ya Amirul Mu'mineen, do not be concerned, because I swear by Allah, you accompany the Prophet ﷺ, and he left this dunya and he was happy with you. Then you accompanied Abu Bakr, and he left this dunya and he was happy with you. And you are now leaving the believers and they are happy with you. And then Umar radiallahu anh said, Ya Ibn Abbas, will you bear testimony to this on the day of judgment? And Ibn Abbas radiallahu anh said, yes, I will. Hazrat Umar then sent someone to Hazrat Aisha to ask for permission to be buried next to Rasulullah alayhi wasallam. And when he got this permission, he was happy. And he told the people around him, when I die, be moderate in my funeral shroud, in my kafan. Because if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has good for me, then He will give better than shrouds than these. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bad for me, then He will even strip me from these shrouds. Be moderate in my grave, because if Allah has good for me, He will expand it, and if Allah has bad for me, He will make it even tighter. And soon after this, Hazrat Umar was given the crown of martyrdom, and he joined his beloved Rasulullah alayhi wasallam and the Siddiqul Akbar. Hazrati Osman radiallahu an. Later he saw Hazrati Umar in a dream after he passed away, and he asked, Ya Amirul Mu'minin, when the angels came to your grave, what did they say to you? And Hazrati Umar said, Ya Osman, when the angels came to my grave, I asked them, who is your Lord? O believers, in these last days of Dhul Hijjah, we should be remembering the pillars that Islam stands on. We should be remembering the Farooq al-Azam, Hazrati Umar. We should be looking at how he lived his life, how he sacrificed, how he gave everything in the way of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And as this year of 1437 is entering, we should make intention to be like that for our Shaykh. We are very weak, but if we make intention and ask for help, as our Shaykh is saying, the help will come. Ya Rabbi, we are asking you to accept this year of 1436 from us and forgive us for any mistakes that we made, and we are making intention to serve you properly in the year of 1437 that is entering, to be your good servants. We're asking you in this year, and for as long as we have breath of life, to keep us in this Jamaat, to keep us with our Shaykh. Amin. Amin. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, lazim al-lazi, la ilaha illa wa al-hayy wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد لله على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك والحمد لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إن كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إن كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إن كنت من الظالمين سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح إن دين عند الله الإسلام قام الصلاة
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر